Have you ever just gone into your garden and just said, this is a mess of something and I really need to deal with it? Well, I've got a mess that I've just kind of been letting be a mess for a little while. So let's take a look and let's think about how to deal with this. Now, one of the things I'm doing right now in my garden is transitioning it into more fall things. But as you can see growing around me, I have a plethora of warm weather crops still going crazy, and so I don't want to mess with them. My other idea is that I also, as I'm moving into the fall crops, my entire garden is not going to be planted up in fall crops. At some point in later October, early November, I'm going to want to start preparing the garden for the winter and putting it to bed, so to speak, and putting new compost down and new mulch down for the winter time. So I don't want to take up every single bed, and I want to also consolidate what I'm planting where, so I'm not like dealing with plants all over the garden. I can, in other words, have some beds that are functional and growing things and some beds that are going to wind down and get put away for the winter in a few months. But in the meantime, I want to show you my mess. I'm talking about putting things and doing fall crops because I want to plant some spinach, and I've been looking around my garden to see where can I put some spinach in at this point. So let me show you the mess. All right, so this bed right here, I've got some a lot of things growing on the edges. For example, I've got my red Chinese noodle beans, and I have beans growing up this side. These are lima beans, and I have a second crop of cucumbers growing up here as well. I also planted about a week ago some kale, put it in here. And so I'm happy to say that that is sprouting. You can see by these dried stalks and these gnawed off stalks that I have had a rabbit issue in here. So I've got to figure out a way to mitigate this rabbit issue because they will definitely come in and eat things like spinach. But let me show you the mess. This is all self-seeded stuff. This is Africa. This is blue spice basil. I did a video on that not too long ago, a short. I have a tomato plant that has planted itself, and I'm just trying to get it to go up this trellis. Oh my gosh. I have some beans over here that I didn't even know that I had. Let's take a little look. I've got a gourd plant growing in here that's self-seeded, that's actually started way over on the other side. Let's take a look at what else is in here. Now, this is a nice thing. These are self-seeded calendula plants here, and they are coming back for a second bloom in the fall, which is really a nice thing. This is calendula here too. So here is all of this. I mean, what do I have in here? I got a marigold growing randomly. It's just kind of in there. Well, I'll pull that bit off. I've got all of these self-seeded blue basil plants. I think I'm actually going to pull a lot of these out. Oh, here's a fleabane. That's not a weed, but I don't want it growing right here. And look at all of this stuff. It's just crazy. This is a grass, which I don't want in here. And here's a marigold plant, self-seeded. Here's the gourd plant. Oh gosh. What else is in here? Oh my golly. Carrot plants that didn't get pulled earlier. Let's see if we got any carrot here. Oh, let's see what we got. Oh, all right. I got a carrot. At least that's all not for naught. On the one hand, I really, truly hate pulling out plants that are thriving. And certainly those blue spice basil plants are thriving. But it's also taking, I don't use it that much. I use it a little bit. And really, I have it there just for the aromatics and to attract the pollinators. Actually, that's a lie. I have it there because it's self-seeded. And I had no idea how much it was really going to take, how much space it was going to take up. I tend to let volunteers volunteer their services. I should have a little bit more control. I think what I'm going to do is take the basil over there, especially the stuff that's growing into the aisles, even though the bees just love it. And I'm going to clear out a space for planting some spinach in there. With any luck, the blue spice basil will continue to repel maybe some rabbits over there, and will also keep things a little bit more shady while the spinach is taking off in the hotter weather. That's going to be the experiment. Okay, gonna go do it. I'm going in. So I think what I'm just going to do is pull it, and then I'll actually harvest this. I'll dry some of it. Big one's in here. Cheesy peasy peasy. Boy, it smells good though. Oh my God. I smell the blue spice basil smells like vanilla. It's really good. Yeah, this is going to make some space for spinach. So that'll make me happy because I want to have my spinach in the fall. And I think the idea of having it a little bit shaded this time while it's getting started is not bad because, you know, we still got hot weather to go. And spinach doesn't delight in hot weather. Okay, let's go ahead and just water this before. I'm going to sort of pre-water it before I plant it. I'm going to plant 2 kinds of spinach. An abundant Bloomsdale spinach. And this is some random seeds that my cousin got me from the seed store. I have no idea what kind they are, but they have grown well before. So I'm going to go ahead and plant some. Okay. Anne Marie just arrived.
Hello. Hi, I'm Becky.
This is my great niece, and she is here for the weekend. She hardly ever gets here because she's so busy.
But I made it.
You made
I made it this weekend for Labor Day.
She works on Capitol Hill, and she Irish dances, and competitively, and she Peruvian dances.
Yes.
And she wrote a book, and she's Miss Dominion. So go figure. She's been a busy person this year.
Thank you, Aunt Becky. It's been some wild times, and Aunt Becky's been a part of it as well recently.
I only give nutritional advice. Can you smell?
I smell it.
Okay,
I've only been here for a couple of seconds, and I smell it.
That is all the loose spice basil that I just pulled, along with a few marigolds.
Right,
don't break a tooth.
Okay,
just chow down. How is it?
So good.
It's about as fresh as you can get.
So tasty. Oh, definitely really fresh, for sure.
Ridiculously healthy.
I feel better than a bunny right now. Feeling great.
Okay, let's go plant these spinaches.
So, is it too late to plant it, or you can plant it any time?
It's a cool weather crop. So spinach grows when it's cool. In fact, the worry I have right now is that it might be, come on in, it might be too hot to get it germinating.
To get what?
To get it germinating. So what we're going to do, Anne-Marie, is we're just going to I'm going to tap this down. You can tap that side if you want to. It's already on. There's sage.
I feel like, I wouldn't be surprised, Aunt Becky, have you spent the night outside?
I have not, but if that damn bunny keeps coming in, the darned bunny keeps coming in, I might.
So bunnies aren't your friends right now.
Bunnies,
well, how do they get in? They can't.
They crawl underneath the fence. What I'm going to do, Anne-Marie, is I'm going to stick 2 of those in each hole. And see, they're clusters. This is kind of cool. Spinach and beets, they're clusters, and they'll actually sprout a couple of different plants.
They don't look like seeds, but I guess that's how they.
Yeah, spinach and beets are in the same family as chard. And but I'm going to put 2 in case, because I'm not sure how the germination is going to be. That one actually has a cluster of 4. Look. Oops.
Yeah, I see.
You see them?
Yeah.
That will sprout into, if it all sprouts, 4 different sproutlings.
Oh, so there's already something here, but it's just gonna grow with it.
Well, it's the seed in there.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So if it germinates, we'll get, and that one's a double too. It's kind of cool, isn't it?
That's crazy. That it goes together.
So hopefully we'll get some spinach.
Well, what about the kale?
I got kale over there.
You got kale.
I got kale, but it hasn't really come up too much yet. But you know, I gotta have my kale.
I know. Well,
you gotta have my kale.
I need to try your kale. I have some more time and a little bit of some more time, so now I'm making my own meals.
Oh, good.
And I'm big on quinoa, like huge on quinoa.
Oh, well, that's your Peruvian heritage coming out.
I think it's just so filling, and it's healthy.
It's very good for you.
I feel great after I eat it, but I do wash it now. Because I didn't realize there's so much stuff that comes off that thing. It is.
It has kind of a nasty tasting stuff on the outside of it.
Yes. And you see it after you wash it. That's a rinse.
It's like a resin. I think it's a resin. Well, you know, quinoa is a seed.
Oh, yeah.
It's a seed. So it's got tons of nutrition in it because it's a seed.
Yeah.
All right. So that's our Bloomsdale. Now we got to poke some holes on this side. You want to? Yeah, just poke them like Yeah, like about 2 inches apart, 2 to 3 inches apart, and we'll see what we get in terms of germination. You can finish up that side, and I will do these. We'll see what we get. And we'll plant this other variety. Here, you want to plant some?
I'll take some.
You plant that end, I'll plant the other end, okay?
Okay.
Just put a couple of seeds in each. Nah, didn't you do a garden once with your dad?
I did, and now I don't want to tell him this, but I kind of want to bring it back. But we already took it down.
At your house in,
Yeah.
well, why don't you? You know what? The best time to start the garden is the fall. To like prep the ground and just do it like I do and make a little, you know, make a no-dig garden.
And no, like
I do. And just, if you start it in the fall.
But my thing is the critters. So we have to get, you know, my dad, he put an entire, like army, like around, it's like, all this fence and stuff.
You got to do what you got to do, Anne-Marie.
Because, like, here, you don't have, he put it above, too. Like, you don't have any fence on top. He put a fence on top.
Oh, he wanted to keep the squirrels out.
It was the squirrels, yeah.
Oh, well, you know, they will get in there.
Yeah.
You can't win the war against critters 100%. But you can.
That's like a quote right there.
You can take them on. You can take them on. Oh, this is good. Yeah, just give them a little. Good soil contact is really important. So you just making sure that the soil meets the seed. These are planted about a half an inch down. We got a few more to sprinkle them over there. Yep, they'll come up. Okay. We'll see what kind of germination we get on this. All right, Anne-Marie, we planted some spinach.
And carrots already almost finished. Almost done eating.
Gotta keep everybody in good health.
Absolutely. As a dancer, that's something that I always prioritize.
She's a good one too. Okay, I'm gonna sign off now. I hope your garden's growing well, and I hope you're well. Take care. Thanks for watching. Bye.